Hello, and thank you for being here today with me. I am in my new home. This is the Conscious Choices for Wellness podcast. As some of you that have been following me for some time know that I went through quite a transition the last part of 2025. And I didn't even know if I was going to find a home. I was ready to leave this country and just go travel since I am a free mother for the first time, empty nester after 30 years. And I did find a home just in the nick of time, I guess you could say. And I'm just getting settled. It's a small space, but I am here in Marin County still, beautiful part of California near San Francisco. And I am doing a podcast bi-weekly right now. I might start doing it weekly again, but it seems like a little overwhelming for me still right now with the other things that I want to do and get going on, and just getting settled this last month in my home. And I have many, many things to share coming, very exciting news. So today is actually St. Patty's Day, and I do have a little bit of Irish in me. So I'm wearing green somewhere, I'm sure, on this blouse, which I may strip off because it is mid 80s here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Very, very warm weather for mid March. We haven't had rain for not one drop, I don't think, in March. We did have some in February. We had none in January, and we had quite a bit in December. So it's kind of been like every other month. And I really do hope that the rain is coming back, because we've only had not enough rain. Let's just say that. I've been here for over 50 years. This is not enough rain. So we hopefully will have more coming, because you know what that means. Yes. Today is the first, well, it's not the first day of spring yet, but it's St. Patty's Day. And it is the final day before the Pisces new moon, which is tomorrow on the 18th. I'm not here to talk astrology, but I do love astrology. And so I'm giving respect to the new moon, which is tomorrow on the 18th, entering into a fiery Aries season. We are going into Aries season. So I love y'all Aries out there. My last partner was an Aries, and that was actually the longest relationship I've had for a while. So Leo and Aries can be pretty good together, but they can also get very fiery together because they're two fire signs, right? And the spring equinox is happening this weekend, and it's going to cool down a bit over the weekend. Thank goodness. It's a little bit too fiery and hot going into Aries season to have this much heat. But yeah, so it's a good day for surrounding ourselves with water in and out, as this is a Pisces new moon tomorrow, and honoring the Pisces season that we have been in, free flowing without any force, right? It's all about Pisces, just going with the flow, entering into our spiritual connection even more. Getting deep rest is best. And so I just wanted to give those tips with astrology to anybody listening. There is a mysterious electromagnetic master energy system that I am very intrigued about, that I wanted to speak on today. And this is a system that is invisible, just like our chakras, our nadis and our chakras internally are invisible, but they are definitely alive within us. So this electromagnetic master energy system extends from our chakras through our system out into the universe. And it's what's connecting us to our higher consciousness. So this master system that is floating above every one of us is waiting to be felt, just awaiting to be played with. A deeper intelligence called the universe, God, consciousness, our higher self. So this is what I have been really getting tapped more into. It is bringing me so much joy and peace, and more of us, thank God, are tapping in as well. Yes, I believe in psychedelics, in cannabis, in herbal medicine, in nature, all of these things connecting you more to this higher self. It's very, very important. But do we really know? Okay, so we're learning, many of us. And do we really know, as most of us have been living our entire lives out, becoming something which we are not, right? And now we are changing, we are ever evolving, we are wanting to know our authentic self, we are wanting to know what the fuck we're here to be doing. So becoming further and further away from our true self to being lost or ultimately living in fear by the egoic senses. We are meant to be whole and connected to our entire energy field in which we came from and will always be a part of, right? We never know how long we're going to be here. We could go tomorrow. We could be here another 10, 20 years. We don't know. So why would you not want to be tapped in and connected and just like, feeling that ever omnipresence? Okay. Where we came from, where we're going back to, having that connection and really knowing like what the fuck you're here for, like living your full true self and the reason that you're here. We are not our minds, which is how we have been operating for way too long by what we have been taught, right? That's what our culture, our society, many of us around the world have been taught. Our energy is spent all day, every day on things that drain us and really don't serve us well. Sounds familiar, right? Like a constant internal battle that we are left to deal with alone. Nah, I know this is not real and I'm not going to be fooled any longer. And there must be more to all of this. And that's exciting. So, are we really meant to be stressed out and worried all of the time, running after what we think we need in order to find peace and happiness? Looking unto the outer world for every answer, losing ourselves along the way, and the truth of who we really are and why we are here. There has come a time, and the time is happening now, y'all. We have arrived finally facing the turning point in creation where we have a choice larger than large. I've never said that before, but I'm pretty sure that it's terminology that can be understood, right? Okay, I'm going to take this off. It is like summertime here, and I just wanted to feel this lovely. I just want to acknowledge eco fashion at its best. This company is no longer in business. And this is a beautiful blouse. Actually, this is a pajama top, as it may look like, that has a drawstring pant that matches it that I have not found yet. Although I had a couple of moves ago and I'm hoping to find it. This is a company that was based in Los Angeles. They went out of business probably almost 2 years ago now. And they were called We Are Ha. We Are HAH, I think it was. It was like Ha. And they made sexy lingerie like you've never seen, all out of recycled materials. And it was all made in LA. And actually, it wasn't all made in LA. I think some pieces were and some pieces were not, but it was sustainably made, fair trade, eco-conscious, very high quality. And I would get some of their things that were on clearance because it was very expensive. But I wish I could have kept getting a few things from them every year. So I have a few items and I just love to wear them when I can, but most of them are too sexy to wear in public. So, around the house, have fun with that, whatever. I just wanted to give a shout out. They're not in business anymore, unfortunately, but yeah. Anyways, back on topic, choosing to stay in the shitstorm, right? Or becoming thyself, or truly tapping into what's beyond what we have ever known. This is about being authentic, creative, and free while uniting with other awakened souls tired of old ways that are broken down. So, how do we do this? I broke it down in some steps, and there are 4. And that's my favorite number. 4. Step 1, awareness into your own nervous system regulation opens the doorway to the multiple layers of consciousness, aka chakra energy systems or centers, which go beyond the 7 commonly known internal, extending out into the higher external body. Scientific evidence shows that there are actually 15, I might be wrong. I was going to double check that. It's either 14 or 15 total now that science has discovered. Wow. I was amazed to learn this, but nothing really ceases to amaze me anymore. I'm going to put a link to the show notes to Dr. Sue. Oh my gosh, I'm spacing her name. She's on the Know Thyself podcast. She was just on there for the second time. I don't think it was the third time. And I want to say her last name's like Mortar or something, but I'm going to put a link to her website where she talks all about this more, and the Sushumna Center, the higher consciousness and how to really tap into that. She's probably expensive, but I know she does like workshops, and she is a medical doctor. I believe she has a PhD, and she's been studying this stuff for a really long time. So meditation is the simplest free gateway into this higher realm of consciousness. If you have not began to practice meditating, it's back by popular demand, and now is the time. Ultimately, following our gut is very real as always, and helps unfold the pathway that's meant to be. Meditating even 5 to 10 minutes every day will help quiet down the overactive monkey brain and attune oneself with this inner outer knowingness, right? Our inner outer knowingness, staying connected. And when we follow the mind instead, often we end up where we don't really want to go, leading into a vicious cycle and then burnout, as well as many other detriments, right? And setbacks. I mean, I'm telling you from my own experience, I've experienced that, and I'm done with it because I don't have a lot of time here left. So I'm just done. And I'm doing things differently this time. Step 2, strengthening the intuition through practicing gut health. Okay. So the intuition, our gut, our third eye channel is another, connective way. But, our gut is really where we can sense our intuition. That's where we feel like a lot of emotions. And it's because it's a very strong center, and we really need to strengthen it. So our abdominal, I'm giving you some tips here. So by abdominal or Hatha massage, Hatha is what you call it in Shiatsu, which I learned years ago. And it was something that's very uncomfortable for many of us. When you get Shiatsu, they can either do Hatha massage or not, depending on, your preference, but they do it for a reason, because it's important. We hold a lot of emotions, and we need to release a lot in our gut. And so that is a very important center. It's really like in the center of your body, right? And it's very important to nourish. You hear about gut health and how it's the key to all health. Yes, it is. And also what I'm talking about today with this higher consciousness in these upper realms, this master energy center system that Dr. Sue talks about, is actually what she's saying is mastering all of our other bodily systems. And we have a lot of other bodily systems. I'm talking about our nervous system, but also our skeletal system and our digestive system. and our circulatory system, our hormonal system. So the hara, our gut, is in our center, right? And that really speaks to, what we're supposed to be doing, our intuition. That is like our real authentic self that is connected, right? It's connected to our higher self. And it's what's really supposed to lead us to where we're supposed to go. But a lot of times we're just in our brain, we're not listening to our gut. We're just like so taught to just be so logical and just, listen to the mind all the time. And it's really hard to get out of that. But the more we meditate and the more we, really focus on our gut health, then we're going to be able to do that easier and make more conscious decisions and work more in a conscious way to do what we're supposed to be doing here on the planet, which is not a lot of time that we have here. So why would we not want to be doing that? So waiting 1 to 2 hours after eating to do, a massage, just like giving some special like love to our I'll just call it our gut, not the hara. And hara is based in traditional Chinese medicine, which goes way, way back. It's one of the most ancient modalities of medicine and healing. So, especially doing this is important in the morning, like before you have a bowel movement. It will really help everything to like clear out. And so that you're nice and like clean and clear and fresh for the day. So it's just about belly love. It's just about belly love. Eating the right diet for your constitutional type. I'm not going to get into all of this. If you want to talk to me more, I can totally help you. But yeah, we all have different constitutional types and we should be eating certain foods. Some are better for others. Some are not so good for some people. And making sure that you are constantly replenishing your friendly bacteria and healthy flora through the foods that you're eating. Walking barefoot on the earth and gardening without gloves sometimes is a good way to get healthy microbes and different healthy microbes in from the earth into your body. Now, saying this might sound really gross and like, oh my God, like I don't want like certain bacteria or parasites to, get into my body. So being aware of that, cleansing out unhealthy microbes and unwanted parasites is also important. And there are times that we can do this and there are ways we can do this. And I can help you, with this support as well. Intermittent fast every day, 12 to 16 hours, depending on your constitutional type. So giving your body a break, giving your gut a break so it can heal, replenish. It actually helps, repair your cells and rejuvenate yourself so that it can slow aging and you can feel your best. And trying to do a water fast once a week. Like I learned when I went to school years ago that, just picking like a Sunday or something, the last day of the week or whatever that is for you, and just not eating at all that day. I haven't been doing this, but this is a good thing to do, or doing seasonal fasting for, a week or more, depending on, again, your body type. So when you do water fast, I think it's important to put a pinch of good natural sea salt, Celtic salt or a high quality pink Himalayan salt into your water, making sure, or if you have some good mineral drops, making sure that you've got some minerals in the water so it can actually absorb and you're being really hydrated during that time. So also breathing deeply into the belly, holding and then releasing. Practicing belly breathing throughout the day. I think I talk about this another time. I'm going through, if you haven't been with me before, right? So this is my Substack that's being released today. And then I, kind of elaborate on that a little bit. So I am, going through what I wrote the last few days. Step 3, movement, to move your energy, right? And we always can get stuck energy. All right. It's just very common to get energy stuck in our bodies And if we haven't been practicing releasing them, it might take us longer to do that. But, even just moving, in one setting will release energy. And then the more you do it, the more you'll be able to release and the better you're going to feel. Dancing is my absolute favorite. What's yours? Please put it in the comments. Opening up and activating the fascia by stretching, yoga poses, massage, skin brushing will help internal energy. My gua sha, oh, here it is. This is my gua sha tool that I've had since I was in permaculture school in 2014 or 15. And I'm so glad that I never lost this. Ah! So this is a body one. It's made out of some kind of wood. I don't know. Some kind of Northern California wood, but this is a great thing to use for, skin brushing and moving the lymph and getting everything really going in the body. So they make these for the face. I'm sure you've seen them. They're usually made out of jade or rose quartz. Having a face one, I've lost mine right now, but that is a good thing to do. And yeah, the gua sha is a very, very useful tool to have for anybody, men or women. And yes, it will help your prana flow deeper. Prana, your energy centers that we have, our prana, which is our energy. It's really meaning God, universe, higher consciousness. It's all energy. And we want that to be flowing, and we want to be doing, having that connection and doing what we're supposed to be here to do. Right. So step 4 is sound therapy. Through the many types of music that we are so blessed to have access to, being immersed in nature sounds also count. Okay. So when I go out in nature, I don't put plugs in my ears and listen to music. I did do that a few times because I love music so much. But I just really love being out and just listening to the birds. And, you do hear airplanes and stuff, I'm in California. You can't get away from that. But, the birds, the trees, the eucalyptus will make this sound when they kind of sway, and it's it's just, hearing the wildlife and the sounds of nature is very, very soothing, and it's just an instant reset to your nervous system. So this is what we're talking about. And why are we not doing this? There must be something greater in this fucking game of life, right? So why not? We came here to experience self as a creator. We are all artists at heart and have deep-rooted internal wisdom that's been waiting to flourish, shine, and dance. Funny how when I was raised, being an artist, quote unquote, was frowned upon, yet secretly admired. It was the culture norms taught that artists were rebels that mostly struggled to make ends meet, meaning that artists and creators weren't thriving in life somehow. But maybe, though, they were really shining brightly within and much happier than those that were doing what didn't bring them joy. Master your life by mastering your own energy. Tapping into the full body energy master system that governs all healing, our perception, and the higher consciousness that is just stirring to be tapped into. And this is the Sushumna Nadi, aka the Sushumna, which is the central energetic channel that runs in our entire body, from our root chakra all the way up to our crown chakra and out and beyond into these higher chakras. In yogic and tantric traditions, it is considered the most important of the 3 main energy channels, aka the nadis, acting as the pathway for the awakening of Kundalini Shakti, as well as the attunement of higher states of consciousness. This higher consciousness extends above the crown chakra into the other energy fields of our aura surrounding us. And this master system is literally governing and building every other body system. And when I was learning this, I felt a deep desire, yes, to share and expand in my own version of understanding and knowledge for you. And here's a pro tip. Remember that belly breathing, I knew I talked about this again. Practicing this throughout the day, whenever you remember, will help anchor you into your Sushumna channel, okay, which we all share because, like I said, this higher energy, these energy fields, the quantum field that you've heard about, it's connecting. That's what's connecting everything together. So belly breathing, which again is going to help support your gut health, is going to tap you in. That's why, like pranayama breathing, you hear about the different breathing practices are what is, I took my glasses off because those are mainly for reading, is what really just, I think, activates, it brings more blood flow. It's like, it's activating your gut. It's penetrating. It's breath. Prana. It's why if we're not breathing, we're not here, right? We're dead. We're gone. We're like, so it's holding our body that we're embodying here. It's bringing us life and vibrancy and connection to be here. And so it's very, very important because without that breath and without that breath awareness, we're somewhere else. We're in the mind. We're somewhere else where we think we need to be, and we're really not going to be our happiest self in the end. We will find that out someday if you haven't yet. So connecting to your breath, being aware of your breath, breathing in down into your belly center, holding for a few seconds, and then gently releasing. Thank you. Thank you for any of you that were here with me today. I really love and appreciate you. If you could please drop me a comment. Please, let's try to be kind to one another. Let's try to spread more love, because you wouldn't believe it, but there's a lot of beings out there that are not doing, excuse me, that are not doing that. They're doing the opposite. And it's really, really sad. It's really sad. And I know that there's a lot of division happening. I'm just speaking of the country that I live in. I know it's happening other places too. And it breaks my heart because I have children that I brought into this world that are going to be here a lot longer than me. And I just want it to be a good place for them to be and for their kids to grow up in as well. And I'm here to spread more consciousness and love however I can in the time that I have left here. So let's try to do that together. Let's love and support one another and collaborate and dance together. And I hope that you stay strong. And I hope that we can get out there and do the good work together. And I hope to connect with you soon. And I will be back in a couple of weeks off of this topic onto something else. Probably, I don't know, maybe I'll talk about allergies or something, because I need to get back on my herbal input that I love to discuss herbs a lot. And I could just go on and on. I have lots to share with you. So I really do appreciate you for being here. And please drop a like, a comment, subscribe if you're here on YouTube. I am doing a video today. I don't know if I'll be doing a video next time, but I will try to do that at least once a month. All right. I got a home. Bye, y'all.